Hello, thank you for joining me once again for a journey through the decades of classic film and television. Yes, I've been down in the archives again, and I think you'll love what I've found there. Let me take you through a very special selection. We begin with a superb thriller from 1958. Links of Justice is a rare film from the producers, the Danzigers, and it will keep you guessing right up to the end. A man and his mistress plot the death of the man's wife, but things go very badly wrong, with Jack Watling, one of our favourite actors, and Sarah Lawson leading the cast. Links of Justice is a film you will not want to miss.
The question before you is not did the accused commit murder, nor did the accused take a human life. But are you satisfied beyond reasonable doubt that the crime was a premeditated one?
La Fin du Jour is an absolute classic of French cinema. Made in 1939, it stars French acting legends Louis Jouvet, Victor Francine and Michael Simon. A new arrival at a retirement home causes old professional rivalries to bubble to the surface in this bittersweet drama. Director Julien Duvier handles the often difficult relationships between the characters so beautifully. It's little wonder this is one of the finest films to come out of pre-war France. We stay in France in the 1930s with the Borsalino and Company. Made in 1974, it shows the darker side of Marseille in the lead-up to the war. Alain Delon stars as a gangster who takes revenge when his closest friend is killed. A gang war soon erupts, aided in part by a corrupt police officer. A bleak but compelling look at the kind of characters normally associated with New York or Chicago. Alain Delon does a brilliant job of making us sympathise with his character even as he commits terrible crimes. Alain Delon is also one of the stars of Lost Command from 1966, alongside Anthony Quinn and George Segal. Director Mark Robson held the film up for a year because he was desperate to get Anthony Quinn for the lead role. Although a fictionized account of French paratroopers fighting in Vietnam and Algeria, Quinn's character was based on a real-life commander. Unsurprisingly, the film was a huge hit in France. Lost Command hasn't been seen on British television for a very long time.
A message from the Air Force, sir. In 10 minutes, they will be overhead to drop in reinforcements.
We haven't got enough firepower left to cover them. They'll be slaughtered before they hit the ground. Get back on the radio and warn them off.
All right, sir.
John Huston directed Hollywood classics such as The Maltese Falcon, The African Queen and The Misfits. Documentary film John Huston, Adventures of a Free Soul, takes a look at his creative genius, who was also something of a Hollywood rebel. His rebellion included renouncing his US citizenship and relocating to Ireland. This documentary will show you a side of Huston that may surprise you. To a much-loved British classic, Whistle Down the Wind was directed by Brian Forbes in 1961 and stars Hayley Mills, Alan Bates and Bernard Lee. Three children find an escaped convict in a barn and believe him to be Jesus. It was Forbes' directorial debut, and he captures the innocence of the children with great feeling. It's a film that never fails to move me, and I know it will move you too.
Is he dead?
Of course not.
That ain't Jesus.
Well, it is then, Mr. Cleverdick.
Jesus wore a long dress.
Well, that was in them days.
When a film's cast includes Terry Thomas, Peter Sellers, Dennis Price and Peggy Mount, you know you're in for quality laughs. The Naked Truth, made in 1957, is a dark comedy about a publisher with a penchant for blackmailing politicians and celebrities. Things get interesting and hilarious, of course, when his victims band together to bring him to justice.
They could publish and get away with it, eh? Oh. A good idea? It's absolutely scandalous. You lawyers ought to be shot. No, of course I'm not being blackmailed. It's just that I'm being, Oh.
Villagers trying to save the nest of a rare bird might seem an unusual topic for a film. 1944's Tawny Pipit turned this conservation quest into a fascinating story. It stars Rosamund John and Bernard Miles, who also co-wrote and co-directed. It's wartime and the field the nest is in is needed to grow food. A home front battle ensues. Tawny Pipit was a huge success in America. I think it was because it was so very British. You will enjoy its essential Britishness too. Francis Durbridge has a new mystery to keep us guessing. Bat Out of Hell is a series first shown in 1966 and stars Sylvia Sims and John Thor. Two lovers plot the murder of the woman's husband, but the dead man phones home. Yes, you'll be baffled too. Sylvia Sims was already a star of film and TV, and John Thor was on the cusp of stardom when they played the treacherous couple in this gripping thriller series.
Mark, I'm worried. Benchley Wood's over 15 miles away.
Look, we've been into all this now. Don't worry.
Why Benchley Wood? Wouldn't it be
Diana,
safe
I
if you...
told you there's a gravel pit there. They're filling in a section early tomorrow morning. I've known about this for weeks. Diana, leave it to me. Believe me, darling, after tomorrow morning, they'll never find him. Not in 1,000 years.
Honest, Decent and True, made in 1986, is a spot-on portrayal of the lives of the creative whiz kids at a London advertising agency. It stars Gary Oldman, Adrian Edmondson and Richard E. Grant, all of whom would become major stars. The yuppies clash with their major client, a huge brewery. Honest, Decent and True is a brilliant television play which perfectly captures its time and place. From the 30s to the 80s, who else travels the decades like Talking Pictures TV? And of course, this is just a selection of what's on. If you haven't already signed up for our free weekly newsletter, do it now to receive the full schedule with our weekly email. And please spread the word. Do get in touch with me too. I love reading your letters and emails. Email me at noel@talkingpicturestv or send me an old-fashioned letter to Talking Pictures TV, P.O. Box 592, Kings Langley, Hertfordshire, WD4 4DB. Join me again soon for more of my choices from what's on Talking Pictures TV. Lots to choose from: French movies, Durbridge, mysteries, murders. You've got the lot. Tune in on Talking Pictures TV.